Okay.
Am I doing it now? Thank you. Appreciate you.
So Brittany, before you answer, we're just gonna start over with that.
Yeah, go for it.
For our check-in, we're gonna go around and describe how our feeling is today, how our mood is based on a weather pattern. So if you want to start, Brittany, you can go ahead.
Okay. I'm changing mine actually. I'm feeling happy with like this. I don't know. I guess sunny still. I don't know. I'm in a good mood.
I'd say cloudy, if that makes sense. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm like in a I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like
Like
in
a
this
haze,
mood.
maybe?
Like a haze.
Yeah.
Like I woke up late, I'm tired. I want the semester to be over. So I'm gonna say cloudy.
So I feel overwhelmed and optimistic. So I got to give a weather term.
You don't have to. I just thought it was cute when we like tried it in field, but you don't have to.
Like a tornado.
Oh,
That's
a whirlwind.
That's a good one.
Comparison. That's so good.
See, I just think it's fun, but you guys don't have to.
I'm gonna second that. Tornado.
Tornado.
That's how I've been feeling too. So I get it.
I feel sunny. I'm ready for the weekend to come.
Good. And it's beautiful out today.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say sunny. I got up early, did my laundry, so I'm feeling good.
Good. I did not wake up early.
I would say the same thing. Like, it's kind of making me feel motivated to like do something.
Good. You know, I usually feel more motivated when it's nice out.
I also feel sunny just because I'm one of those people that the weather really affects my mood.
Victoria, Darian.
I feel cloudy because I'm just vibing. There's not really anything to do.
Because of what?
We could not really hear you. Your audio. So could you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm just cloudy because I'm just chilling.
All right, Darian, how are you feeling today?
I'm going to go with sunny.
I like all the sunnies, you guys.
Starbucks this morning and some Chipotle, so it's a good day.
Okay. I'm also feeling sunny. I did wake up early as well, so I feel very motivated and just, I feel like today is going to be a good day. So, sunny.
Should I go? I agree with G and Isabella. I feel like a tornado, basically. Last week and this week have not been good for me, guys. I'm so ready to be done.
So I think a lot of you guys mentioned that you're just kind of over the semester and you're just ready for it to be done. So that's a perfect segue. And we were wondering like what your expectations were at the beginning of the semester versus where they are now with everything that went on.
My nose is so itchy.
Does anyone want to share? I mean, I can share first if no one wants to go first.
I can go.
Thanks.
I honestly am kind of like pleased with how Sienna handled everything. Kind of held up to my expectations for the most part. Like, not everything was perfect, but they really did their best. And like, this was just a hard semester overall too for classes. So with all that combined, it wasn't too bad, but I'm hanging on.
Hey, Lane, thanks for joining us. I'm just going to catch you up to what happened. We went around and we described our mood based on a weather pattern. And then we just started talking about the expectations we had at the beginning of the semester versus now. I think she left.
No, Lane's right there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Lane, I didn't see you. So that's where we are, Lane.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh. Okay, so the first thing we did as our check-in is we described our mood based on a weather pattern. And the common answer was sunny. We had a few tornadoes in here, some cloudiness. And then we started talking about the expectations we had at the beginning of the semester versus the expectations of where we're at now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right, so Katie said that her expectations were kind of, the sorry, I got messed up. Katie said that Sienna kind of met her expectations and not that she thought it handled really well. Does anyone else have an opinion they would like to share about their expectations?
In the beginning of the semester, I felt like I was expecting us to shut down within a few weeks. So I'm pretty pleased with how the semester went and how far we came.
I agree with that. Coming in, I didn't expect us to be here very long just due to the uncertainty and all the different locations coming together and just putting us all at risk. So I'm also pretty pleased with how far we've made it. Like we've almost made it through the whole semester, which I think is really great. I didn't see that happening. So my expectations were exceeded.
Yeah, I would say the same as Isabel.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of expected us, like, as soon as like Oneana like shut down, I was like, and then we had that first party, I was like, oh no, we're screwed. And then we didn't shut down, and I was like, okay. But then our cases started rising, and I was like, oh no, like. But I think that we handled it well. I think that overall, this isn't what I expected senior year to look like for me. This is like the most bizarre like college experience I think anybody could get. Like there's nothing really comparable, I feel like. So it's very interesting.
I think a lot of people would agree that this year has not been what they expected, whether it be in high school or in college or even elementary school. It's just been very uncertain for everyone. So I think that's good to note.
And about Oneana, my cousin goes there. So like when her school and all of her friends, she didn't move into classes. Like she was a student who was like, I'm going to stay home. But her roommate and then her roommate's boyfriend got it. So I was thankful my cousin didn't go in. And like from there, I had the mindset of like most colleges are probably going to close down. So I was really surprised that we didn't, but also like kind of glad.
I was also really surprised that we didn't close down like after Derby Day, and just like when Brittany mentioned that we had all those cases that were so popular. It was like 8 cases, 7 cases, 6 cases like every day. I really thought that we were going to shut down then too, but Sienna really surprised me in how they handled that.
Does anybody else want to talk? I feel like we've been talking.
I agree. I think the school handled it really well compared to other schools in the area. Like someone said, like as soon as other schools started to shut down, I was like, holy crap, we're next. So honestly, I'm pretty surprised that we're definitely probably staying open for the rest of the semester. So that's like a cool thing that we achieved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I give Sienna credit for keeping us as long as they did. I definitely didn't anticipate being there longer than 2 weeks or so. I obviously wonder what next semester is going to look like, but I don't know. Part of me feels fully virtual because of how we've been online the last few weeks, because those are my only in-person classes.
Yeah, I was actually telling Hope because I drove to campus today and she was like, thanks for coming in. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I haven't in the past 2 weeks. It was weird, but yeah, I'm here today.
I also agree. I feel fully online as well, but I'm also very glad that we stayed open as far as we have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly concerned for like next semester because I feel like seminar, like I wanted to change to a virtual one because I kind of feel bad that I kind of want to be virtual for that, just because I'm trying to limit how many in-person classes I have. And I feel like not having that option to change is like a little stressful.
Yeah.
So Brittany, thank you so much for bringing up that point, because that can move us into our next conversation. We wanted to talk about like the registration process that everyone went through. So how did that go for you guys? Was it stress-free? Was there some hiccups? Sounds like Brittany had a little bit of frustration in her registration process.
Kind of just like how you think next semester is going to go also. Like we'll talk about both.
For like next semester, I am nervous about field. Like I don't know if I can handle another semester of remote field. Like I don't know about anybody else, but it was so hard to like be in constant like communication with my field placement. Like it's been a great experience, don't get me wrong, like I love my field placement, but like being the only intern not on site was very hard, and I don't know how much longer I can take an online field placement. And I just don't think that we're going to be able to be in person. Like I know they gave us that survey for our input, but I just don't think that we're going to be able to be online.
Yeah,
Our
field placement, we're together, and we also have Diana. So like we have multiple interns, but as soon as you guys, a few of you started talking about like you're online, but somebody else from a different school is in person, I felt so bad. I was like, that's gotta suck. Like you are talking to somebody who's there, but you are forced to be virtual. I definitely think that like that should have been a little, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in that situation. It sucks.
What?
I said I'm in that situation where all the interns like that I work with are in person. I actually had sent the social work department a long email about like why we should be able to have the option to be in person. That's kind of what prompted that survey. So I really hope you guys take advantage of that and really express like your feelings on why, like if we have the opportunity to be in person, we should be able to make that personal decision to take it. So yeah, please do the survey because I am really advocating for them to hear our concerns with that.
I know going off of that, like also my like 2 of my housemates are in internships right now, and seeing them being able to go in person, it's
Really?
so frustrating.
So it's not a
it's so
Sienna thing, it's a really social work thing?
the social work department thing. I'm under the assumption because the psychology department, like my sister is a psych major and her roommate is a psych major, and they're off campus on internships, and they get to go off campus twice a week and do the 8 hours each time. So it's just very.
That's.
I mean, that's great for them, but
Yeah.
unfair for us.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
Yeah,
thing.
so did I. So thank you for informing us on that.
I think like I would rather and I put this in the survey, I would rather whoever can be in person be in person. Like I know, I don't know if you guys know this, but like at Hudson Valley, you have to do 85 hours before you, for your, not for practicum, but the other one, the one you guys took in your junior year. So I already came in with almost 100 hours. And like, if I'm like the last person picked for in person, like I wouldn't even care because I've already had such a great experience. Like, I think like they should just, I hope I'm the only one saying this, but like I would much rather some people get the experience and then like the virtual ones be like good experiences instead of like kind of put together like BS ones. Like whatever can be virtual, like I guess, but like I do think like some people should get the opportunity.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was one of our support groups or if it was like one of our seminar, like my and whoever's with me for seminar, but there were definitely like more than half of us who were like, our internship would have liked us to be in person, but social work department said no. And I was just very confused because if the majority of us are saying that we could have been in person, like why aren't we? You know what I mean? I was like, why? If they like, let's say there's only like 2 or 3 that were like, no, why couldn't they find 2 or 3 different ones? You know what I'm saying? Not to.
Also, they could have put the question out there and said, is anybody okay with being virtual?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because some.
Or like I would have said I'm okay with being virtual just because I'm with such like I'm not trying to bring anything home.
I think coming into the semester, they really didn't know like what to do, which I don't blame them for putting us like completely virtual. Like obviously it wasn't what we all wanted, but like they kind of had to make the decision to do that because they were so like after like seeing the semester and seeing how it like turned out, I can understand now why they're like reassessing it, which I really hope we're in person. I would love it, but I kind of understand their perspective, and I'm glad, like I know they take our input really seriously. So
yeah, I was gonna say, or at least like do some sort of hybrid thing, like if we went in one day and then did the other day virtual, something,
right?
Or like half day. I don't know.
I definitely agree with what Katie said. I think that they definitely had our best interests in the beginning, and since there was so much uncertainty, they didn't want to expose us to something that could potentially harm not only us but everyone else around us. And like Brittany said, she lives at home, so that could impact her family significantly more than it could, say, you and your roommate. So I think that they did what they had to do in the beginning, which was beneficial for us, because now look where we're at. We've stayed open. We have the potential to be in person at least 1 out of 2 of our days next semester. So I'm hoping for in person as well, but I'll settle for hybrid for next semester field. But, you know. Does anyone else have any thoughts that they want to say about field? It could be about this semester, what they hope for next semester. If they, like, I know Dirk just sent out that survey about potentially switching. Do you guys have any thoughts about that you would want to bring up and discuss with the class? Nobody has any thoughts about field?
It's kind of, I don't know if anyone else is feeling this way, but like if we did go in person, like I don't know if I'd want to switch because it's like, what if my placement wouldn't want to see me in person or something like that. So I wouldn't love getting like a whole new start. I don't know if anyone has the same feeling.
I feel that way about like
See,
if we're
I feel differently. I kind of want
You want a
new
different one,
placement
I
just
know.
because, you know, like our field wasn't as intense, like not, I don't want to use the word intense, but not as efficient as it should have been for senior year, I think. So in my perspective, I think having another option would be kind of beneficial because you get 2 internships in 1 year instead of
yeah.
one super great one, you know, kind of just making do with what we have given to us. So I think I wouldn't be mad with a new placement, but I also wouldn't be upset if I stayed, you know, because like there's so much that can still be done with the placement that I'm at. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if other people feel that way too.
I've liked my placement, but like I really am not getting like a social work experience out of it because I'm not working with a social worker. I'm kind of just doing like social media and like attending meetings. So it doesn't really feel like the experience I should be getting. So I expressed that to like CB and in the survey. And I think CB kind of agreed that like the work I'm doing every week is the same. So I'm really hopeful that I get a different placement and something that's like a social work experience because I haven't really gotten that yet. I did my junior year, but I haven't yet this year.
Katie, I really like how you said that you're hopeful. I think that that's really a good word to use considering that we're still also very uncertain. So that was a good word choice. Brittany, you also started talking when Katie went. Did you have a thought that you wanted to say?
Oh, I was just saying I like my internship. So, and I think my internship is gonna stay remote, just because I'm working with the population. I'm working with basically I'm working with caregivers and who they're taking care of. So obviously they're just a really, really high risk area. So I think I'm gonna stay remote, but I already told them I don't mind being remote, but I like my internship. I mean, I think especially right now, those kind of people aren't leaving their houses. So any interaction that they're getting is just so nice for them.
Elena, Isabel, Gab, Darian, how do you guys feel about your internships?
You're calling them out.
You guys have been pretty quiet.
I like my internship just because it is something that I would want to do with my later on. Something that I'm kind of stressed out about for next semester is hours. Just trying to get to the mark that we need. I feel like that would be really stressful if we don't get the option to do hours in January or February.
I agree with that. I feel like right now it's just, I'd rather get as many hours as I can right now, so that way I don't have to necessarily worry about it as much in the spring, considering if we're going to be online again. And I think that if we were in person, a lot of us would be less stressed out about reaching the hour mark, because I know that's a big concern that I hear a lot in my seminars, that we're all nervous about not reaching our hours.
Yeah, I agree. If we were in person, I think it would be fine. But online, I just feel like you can only do so much, especially when we did so much this semester and then you have to do it all over again next semester. I feel like there's only so much you can do online.
I agree.
Victoria, I'm gonna call you out. We talked about this in our seminar, like sitting at desks for 8 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I hate it. I really do. Like, I just want to get up and move. If anyone wants.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that way too, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate sitting at a desk, but I mean, right now it's what we gotta do. I mean,
Yeah.
we can't really just go sneak out to our every week, so. I mean, you just gotta put up with it until it's fucking over, I guess. But my internship is good, and I think if somebody's switching, I think our placement's going hybrid, so then somebody could come join us. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I want like the opportunity to be in person, and I just worry that if we get the no, that my field supervisor is going to be very like discouraged. Like I already feel like I've been getting discouragement from her because she's just very fed up with it, seeing like all the other interns there. So I'm kind of concerned about that.
So it sounds like a lot of us, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure every single one of us is just tired of sitting at our desks for our internship versus on top of us sitting at our desks for our classes and just staring at the screen all day. It sounds like we're all just really kind of fed up with that. And I'm in the same boat, guys. I hope that next semester gets much better and we don't have to sit at our desks all day staring at our computers, and then we'll actually get to see each other in classes.
So what do we hope for next semester? Do you guys like?
Besides being in person.
Yeah,
because
like
that's a pretty
besides
common
field,
theme.
really, but like, how do we feel about policy? How do we feel about what other class? I think the other class we're doing is field, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
I know I'm kind of excited for policy because it's with Donna and I love Donna. But I'm also excited because I feel like that's more the type of social work that I'm looking into. Like I'm really like hands-on, want to advocate, get things done, like task oriented. So I think that class is going to be really good for me. Also educate me in stuff that I don't really have a lot of knowledge in, and I'm going to be hands-on. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds for me. So I'm excited for that. Plus, there's no textbook. That's cool too.
there's not.
No, she told me today that she got rid of the textbook. If you guys aren't excited about a social work class, is there a class that you are taking next semester that you're excited for?
I'm just gonna go off policy. I'm a little nervous if we're all in person together. I haven't been in a classroom with more than like 8 people, so I think that will freak me out because I don't know. And I'm taking a sign language class, so I'm excited about that.
You're taking sign language 1 or sign language 2?
1.
Dang, I'm trying to take 2. I was so excited. I thought we were gonna be in the same class, Katie. But on that note, if your professor is Russ, he's great. It's a great time. It's a great time. You're gonna have so much fun.
Something that I want to happen in the spring is events that are not virtual. I'm dying to do something that's not on Zoom. It's so frustrating. Like, I'm a club leader, so it's just like trying to plan stuff on Zoom. It just like no one wants to come, and the morale is like so low. So I just feel like having some in-person stuff would be just so great, you know, even if we have to distance, it doesn't matter.
I think that's a really great thing to look forward to in the spring. As being a member of the club that Lane leads, I would love for there to be in-person events, even if it's like you can only do 10 people from 12 to 1 and then 10 more people from 2 to 3. Like at least you get some type of interaction with your club. And I think that would be great for everyone, and it would bring like people's spirits up and create a little bit more happiness throughout campus, I think.
Next semester, I'm taking Elisa's nature class, which I'm really excited about. I've heard really good things about it. And I only needed 1 more credit, so I'm taking the self-care class too, which I didn't realize doesn't start until like April. It's like a 1-month class, so I'm gonna I had no idea until after I registered, and I was like, I can do that. So
Yeah.
I have 3 classes until April, which will be fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty stress-free, hopefully.
That sounds great, Kate.
Getting into that class was such a stressor. Into
I had to email Elisa and Robin to like make sure I got in because I needed my CFN.
Did they
And I was
just
like,
override and put you in, or is that why they made the class size bigger?
yeah, because it was closed out and I had to like give Elisa my like 901 and she let me in.
Yeah, I all of a sudden saw they went from 25 to 30 students in the class, and that's like why I got in. I was like, thank God.
I'm taking an animal rights course with Donna, which I'm excited about because I love.
I'm gonna take that too.
It's funny because like all of my not all of my housemates, my sister and her roommate, like I always talk about how much like I love Donna, how much I love the social work classes. So they're actually taking 2 classes. They're taking intro to social work and they're taking animal rights. So that should be fun. And I'm also taking knitting because I needed 1 credit to be a full-time student. So I'm gonna learn how to knit and that should be fun. So
That's cute. So are you guys all done with like what's needed to graduate? Like you're just taking electives? God, I wish I could be in your shoes. I'm ridiculously stressed out. I actually haven't even registered yet, you guys. I'm still
Honestly, same.
I'm still considered a junior credit-wise. I'm like 6 credits off from being a senior, so I don't register until Monday. But I figured it was a good talking point for you guys because I think most of you guys registered like the past couple days, right?
Hearing you guys talk about your 1 credits is like making me really anxious because I was supposed to, this is why, I was supposed to register the 3rd, but financial aid is like playing games with me again, like saying they don't, yes, they saying that they don't have my parents' social security card, and I've emailed it to them 3 times since September, so I don't know how they don't have it. But I was like talking to Donna in my advisement meeting, and if I take a winter course, which I don't mind doing, I still need 1 credit to like make sure I'm at what I need to be at. And it sounds like all the 1 credits are like full. So I'm getting really anxious about that. And I'm also just anxious that I haven't registered yet. But there's that.
You could always do like an independent study with a professor. I heard they're pretty easy. So I'm pretty sure anyone in the social work department would be open to doing that with you.
Yeah, Donna mentioned that either I could like read a book and like create a PowerPoint about it to share with people, or I could like help a professor with their research, or I could create my own. And it, honestly, if all the, like I was gonna do like knitting because my grandma taught me how to knit when I was younger. So that would just be like a little refresher. Like I would just knit for fun. But then if it's like, and then I was thinking about the self-care because, you know, you can never have enough self-care routines. But it sounds like everything's really full. So I might speak with Donna about like reading a book and doing like a PowerPoint or like a little paper about it just to get a 1 credit.
I'm really hoping we can like have like Sienna Fest or like graduation. I feel like I haven't experienced anything at Sienna. I feel like I'm paying for a private school and getting less than I got at Hudson Valley. So I'm kind of like bummed out.
I understand that feeling. I'm also a little bummed out. I'm really worried that we're not going to have graduation, but I'm just trying to stay hopeful. You know, if we keep doing what we're doing and we keep our cases as low as possible, it seems like a reasonable event that we can have. Granted, we might not be able to have like our entire family is there, but as long as my parents are there, I guess I'll be happy enough.
For graduation?
Yeah, for graduation.
Oh, I thought you
not
meant Sienna Fest. I was
no,
like,
I've
parents
actually
go to
never
Sienna?
attended a Sienna Fest in my entire 4 years of being here.
I did the virtual Bryce Vine concert. Do you guys know Bryce Vine?
Yeah.
I'm in love with him. I was so happy he was the one singing. Justin and I laid in bed with snacks and watched on his big TV. I was like, this is great. Virtual concert.
I don't know if any of you guys remember, but A Boogie came our freshman year. I'm in love with him, and I have so much regret that I didn't go.
Aww.
Like I just have so much regret that I didn't experience that based on like the events that we're having now, because it might not be a possibility at the end of the year. So I'm like regretful that I didn't take advantage of the opportunity that I had when I had it, and that he's an artist that I love. But,
I kind of feel the same as Brittany because, like, when I transferred here, I don't think I've ever had a semester that was, like, good with the actual Sienna experience because, like the whole reason I put this in my survey too, but like I picked Sienna specifically for their social work program, or I would have transferred somewhere else. So like I know it's not their fault, but in a way I feel kind of like cheated. Like I wasted my money. But I'm really not like happy about it because this is a really expensive school, and like a lot of my scholarships like didn't end up transferring here from out of their college. So I'm just really upset about it because I'm just kind of here. I did go remote, then I had to come back. So I'm just kind of doing my time at this point, and I'm just like over it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that a lot of your scholarships didn't transfer, and Sienna is an expensive school. Hopefully this extensive
Yes, it
break
is.
that we're getting, this long break kind of resets the way you're feeling, and the spring can be like a fresh start, so that way you can finish senior year strong. So we're just gonna move into our next point.
Okay. So how has this support group affected all of you guys? Like whether it's good, positive, like no change, just like us getting to kind of be support for each other. How do we think that went?
So I think like across all the weeks how we've got to like all lead it, I think it's been cool to see like the different conversations that it's led us to have, and also like we see each other in class and like we do open up with each other a lot, but we also got to learn so many new things about each other, which I thought was cool, and it kind of like brought our group cohesion to a different level, I feel.
I completely agree, Gianna. Completely agree. Does anyone else?
Yeah, I think that being able to do this like every Friday, it like really, you take for granted the classes that you have at Sienna, but like I'm so appreciative of the social work department in general, and like the people in our classes, and like how the professors genuinely, not that other professors don't, but like you can genuinely see how appreciative and how they look out for us, the professors, and like being so close with everybody in the department is something that's very, very rare. And I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that at another school, and I wouldn't have gotten that if I didn't have this major. So just very appreciative. I'm grateful for it. And I wouldn't have changed anything really.
I feel like it's made me realize a lot of things about like self-care, because I feel like we did talk about that a lot in these groups. So I feel like it made me just think about how like the way that I like treat myself and do self-care.
I feel like I look forward to these groups because it like initially it was like a nice change of pace. I mean, we've been online for like a week now with everything, but it's just been nice to like not have to go to class and just be on Zoom like talking with each other and not like doing a lesson or something. So I like that.
I know for me, I really relate to what Antonina said. Sienna was not one of my top choices. So I came here and I was like, you know what, I'll just do a semester and transfer to the school that I actually want to go to. And I was originally a psych major. So when I switched to social work, I had no idea that it was going to be so impactful on my life. But I did see that the professors in the social work department do really go out of their way to show you that they care about you and they want the best for you. And as I continued the program, I think if I wasn't in Sienna's social work program, I would have transferred to a different school. I think there's the support from you guys and the professors just is like a different feeling. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like really nice to know that we're all like, we've gotten so much closer over the past year, and we've been there for each other, and we can really rely on each other and the professors. So I'm really thankful for that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's normal to like have all, the social work classes are offered when they're offered. So every single one of us take it together. I don't know how like normal that is from school to school, from like major to major, but I definitely think it impacted us. Like we all have to take this class and we have to take it here then, and we have to do it all together. And I liked these support groups because I know I'm so sorry that I always say it, but I do have high anxiety and low confidence. So like my head's constantly running, like worrying about if I'm making sense or if they're judging me or like stuff like that. But I talked about it in seminar real quick. I've known you guys for a little over a year now. And like, I think that having the classes all together and not just like, oh yeah, she's a social work major too. Like we have the classes together. I've really like gotten to know you guys and feel more comfortable, and I'm able to open up, and I'm really grateful for that because I And don't do it in any other class, guys.
Yeah, I also think the support group helped us with that too. Like Gabby said, like we do have classes together, but we are focused on a lesson in class. So we don't really have time to like open up and like talk about what we like to do for self-care and like actually like help each other out. So I think the support group was something that wasn't just a change of pace. It was just like, it was better for us as individuals and as like a class to come together and open up with each other. I don't know if anybody feels any different.
We still have some people to hear from about our support group.
Victoria.
How it went. She's calling people right out.
Darian's
She's like, let me
like them because
I don't want to talk because I'm home, so my family's being loud, so I'm trying to be quiet.
That's okay.
All right, Elena, you can go. You were cut off. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know Darian. I'm sorry.
No, you're
So I just like the support groups because, like everyone else said, it's like a good variety of just sitting in class learning stuff. Not that I mean, Donna's very entertaining, but like, I just like doing something different, whether it's online or in person. I like the change of pace, the variety of what we talk about, and I feel like it's useful for every day because it's more personal.
I also think it's like a different dynamic when like the professor isn't here. Like the fact that we don't have like a teacher or anything in this group, and it's literally just a group for all of the students in our class to just talk and be able to express how they're feeling without like a outside perspective. Like obviously our professors know what we're going through to a certain extent, but I don't think they will ever know fully what we've been through this semester, just because it's never happened before. So just being able to like openly express how we're feeling and like what we're going through with other people that are going through similar experiences has been like very alleviating. It gives me less stress to get everything out.
Thank you.
I agree with that.
So it sounds like a lot of us have said that the support group has been a positive impact on us in the past semester. Is that what we're saying? So if we had the opportunity to continue it next semester, would you guys want to do that? Or were you guys only doing it because it was kind of like a requirement for this class?
We obviously don't know like
Right.
if we could or if that's something we could like incorporate into class or if we do it us or everyone. We obviously don't know. We just figured that if everyone liked it, maybe that's something we could talk about doing and continuing if we wanted.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I'd be open to it, like if they wanted to incorporate that in.
I've just noticed that a lot of you guys said it's helped you manage the stress of this semester. So I think it would, for my personal opinion, I think it would be beneficial to continue it due to like Antonina said, like you really can get everything out and like we are all going through the same thing at the same time. So we can relate more than if we were to go to like our advisor and be like, I'm really stressed out because of this, this, and this. Like it's just more, it's like more personal. And I feel like as a support group, we can all relate because we're all like in those shoes at the same time.
And I feel like if we continued it, if we were to do it like on our own and not as like part of a grade we're doing now, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, got to make the hour. Oh my God, got to come up with these talking points, got to make sure everyone contributes. It could really be like a support group for us, by us. But I don't know like how to do it, when to do it, if we do, you know what I mean? I don't know any of that. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I don't think it's a bad idea, especially because, like others were saying, like the counseling center is so backed up right now. It's actually kind of concerning that people on campus can't get the help that they need.
And
Sorry,
I was going to say another thing with the counseling center is that they're doing their things through Zoom. And I know like Zoom doesn't have like the best security. So it makes me a little like unsettled to want to go to the counseling center because it's so easily like infiltrated. So like if I'm talking to my counselor about something, I would just be like nervously thinking somebody else could be hearing or like gain access to what I said due to the lack of privacy on Zoom.
Yeah, that's definitely scary.
Yeah, going off of that for like Dirk's research proposal, I'm talking about like telemental health. So like administering like therapy via Zoom, and the biggest thing is like the potential of not having the ability to maintain confidentiality. And like I know that the counseling center is so backed up that it's crazy. Like my friend just got an appointment a couple of days ago, and she's been waiting since the beginning of the semester, and she just got in now. So that's alarming, but I don't think other than that there aren't many places on campus where you can actually go and like talk. And during this time, like I don't know about everyone else, but like it's really easy to feel like you're alone in this, and like you don't have anybody, like you can't really mingle or go into group, like hang out with groups of friends. So, like it could be very lonely and daunting, but like the support group makes you, like us, see like we're all going through everything in the same way.
Yeah. When I first started the semester, I was really depressed because I was like, I don't, and like, I know that we've talked otherwise. Like, I know that you, especially Gianna, with the multiple times we did affirmations for each other, you guys like include me. But when I first started the semester, I was really depressed because I was like, I don't have any friends. Like, I live at home with my fiance and I take care of my grandma, and everyone else is like at college, like not really worrying about it. Like, I just felt like I was in a different life stage. But I really think having the class together and the support group really made me feel more a part of the group, and I was appreciative of that.
Kenzie, I feel the same way. I just wanted to let you know that being a commuter kind of sucks. So
Yeah, it does. But like I did the dorm life at the other school, which is why I dropped out of that school. So like I knew that dorm life wasn't for me at all. So I knew that I had to be a commuter, and it does suck, but that's why I was kind of just like dealing with it, because I was like, I don't want to live on campus.
We've all made some really good points about campus and the semester and next semester. So I know that this semester is about to end at the end of the month. And as social work majors, we don't really have a lot of finals, but do you guys have finals in other classes?
I have an econ final, guys.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys. I have a crime final and a political science final, and I'm really stressed out for my political science final because that class is really hard for me. Like I can't retain the information no matter what I do, and I'm just really nervous for that. So I'm.
Wait, what class is it?
What?
What class? What political science class are you in?
Comparative politics with EK.
I took that.
Victoria,
I can always help you out if you need any help, because I still
I
have.
want to do that.
I did pretty well in the class, so if you need any help,
I need a lot, so I got you. Thank you. So my question was like, how are you guys preparing for finals? But it seems like none of you
or
guys
like
really have
final
finals.
assignments, I guess. I feel like
I'm trying to like hammer away at them. Like I've tried to kind of, well, I haven't accomplished that yet, but I'm trying to get ahead and get like odds and ends assignments done just so that I can like cruise through these next few weeks, because I'm totally in like break mode. I'm so ready for it. So
I feel that
or
too.
my break mode gets too bad, I'm trying to get the stuff done.
I feel kind of bad that I'm like already in break mode though. Like, cause since it's so early, I feel like my brain shouldn't be there, but it's there. Also, sorry, Katie, I noticed that you went.
You're fine. I'm pretty much doing the same. I'm also like trying to get like progress on my personal statement for grad school, which has been really, really hard for me to like think of what to put on a piece of paper, but I've been just trying to get my assignments done early so I can get out of here. Also, I have a question. Did any of you guys read the housing email today about leaving?
I got it, but I did not read it yet.
Because it said you can't, like it said everyone leaves on Saturday, like I don't remember the day, the 19th or something, or 21st. It said like everyone leaves that day. And I'm kind of confused because I thought like if we were, like I don't have classes on Thursday, so I could just leave Wednesday after class. So I don't really know if I have to stay until Saturday.
Oh, I think that that's like the latest that you can leave. Like if you want to leave prior, I think you can. But like that's like the last day that you can stay. You know,
it says if you do not have, it says if you do not have any in-person exams, you must depart campus on Saturday, November 21st.
That's weird.
We got it today at like 9:37, right?
Yeah.
I think the way I read that was if you didn't have any, you could, like, that's the latest you could leave.
Yeah, I hope so, because I don't want to have to just sit around.
Yeah.
It says if you do not have any in-person exams, you must depart on campus Saturday, November 21st. But underneath that, it says if you have in-person exams, you must depart within 24 hours of your last final. So I think that that's like the deadline of when you can leave.
Yeah. All right.
But then again, I'm also unsure, so you could also send an email to, I think it's Adam Kassler, I think it is.
Yeah.
So nobody has finals.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Congratulations to not having finals. I'm really jealous.
I have an econ final. Not looking forward to that.
But have you guys like started your grad school application? You could talk about how that process is affecting you.
It's rough.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like-
just started asking for recommendations and like
It's so
filling out
bad.
the application. Yeah, I think I might defer it though. I just want to apply and guarantee a spot and then defer.
I'm not going.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
But I've known that. Like it's not like a COVID possibly virtual thing. I've just known that I didn't want to go right away.
Gianna, are you at the spot of deferring or just not going? I just want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, neither. Like the grad school stress in general. I actually just asked for my recommendation. So I'm cruising away on the requirements. It's just so stressful. I still have to write like my statement and stuff and
Me too.
get my transcripts. But other than that, it's just crazy figuring out where I want to go and with the extra layer of the pandemic. It's scary.
I think for me, the hardest part of the grad school application is the personal statement. Like, I just don't know what to write about. And I think that that's just like the most stressful part of the grad school application for me.
I'm so nervous for when I do decide to go to grad school because like you guys all have the professors to help. And like if I go in 5 years, I'm going to be emailing Donna, hey, remember me? You want to help? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I understand that because like for me, I've been in school for like so long that like I wanted to go to grad school, but like I'm like I need a break.
Me
Like,
too. Me too.
Now. I feel it. It's coming.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, Brittany. I feel like if I was in your shoes, I would also take a break. Just because.
Everybody's getting married. I feel like probably all of my friends are almost married now. Like I married a couple over the summer. Like I'm just like everybody's buying a house. I'm like one of the last people not own a house yet. Like I'm like sitting here awkwardly.
It's important that you move at your own comfortable pace. If you're like, because a lot of my friends have recently got engaged as well, and I am nowhere near being engaged. So, but I'm okay with that. You know, I'm moving at a comfortable pace for my life.
Yeah. It's definitely important to like stay in your own realm. If you rush, that's when mistakes are made and stress comes more.
And we're in such a stressful time right now. I don't need any more stress. So.
Yeah, I'm stressed about the grad school thing too, just because just trying to figure out like where I'm gonna apply, and then like the next thing is like, okay, if I don't get accepted into grad school, like then what do I do?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm really stressed about it as well.
I really only want to go to UAlbany. So like if I don't get accepted, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. And I haven't really thought about that, which is not good at all. I really need a backup plan. So that's also adding some stress into my grad school application status.
I can definitely relate to that. Like, I can't afford another private tuition, so UAlbany is my choice. And I haven't started on the application like at all because I'm just so overwhelmed with stuff now, which that's probably not good. But I'm just really confused about it because didn't Donna say something like the Council of Social Work Education like shorten the hours or something until like May of 2022? Like I don't know what that means. I'm just really confused.
I think that I remember Dirk sent out an email too about how the requirement has been changed. I'm also really not unsure, but I think you could talk to Dirk because he would have a lot more information because he's field coordinator, so he knows about how many hours you need. But Donna would also probably be good to talk to because she's been in her department chair for a long time, so she's gonna have more knowledge. But I do believe they did extend it to like a year or so after, but I'm not sure.
Anybody else want to talk about the end of the semester? That's okay. So our closing actually was a 10-minute meditation video because we like had talked about self-care. We have done meditation more this semester. So we figured that it might be a good way to end the support group as a whole, but we will go over time now. Thank you guys for talking. Are you
Yes.
guys okay with going a minute or two over 1 o'clock? Or we don't have to do it if you don't want to.
We can totally do a different closing if you guys have any idea. Like there's something that you guys wanted to do in your support group that you might not have had a chance to do. We could do a closing like that if you guys have one.
Anybody have thoughts? Okay.
So we've changed our closing. Thank you for rolling with us through that. So it's still self-care related. And since a lot of us sound like we're really stressed out due to like finals coming up, final assignments, grad school, we're just gonna go around and say like one thing that we're gonna do for self-care over the weekend. Does anyone want to start?
I can go. I think I'm gonna get my nails done. I've had these for like over a month.
I just got mine done today. Perfect self-care.
I think I'm gonna try to catch up on sleep. I'm so behind.
I'm gonna spend as much time outside as possible because it's gonna be such nice weather and it's not gonna last for long.
Exactly.
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, Izzy.
I think me and my housemates are gonna go to Margarita City tomorrow. So
let me know how it is. I still want to try there.
I will.
Sorry. So I'm working Saturday, Sunday, but I look forward to going to work on the weekend. It's kind of like an escape from thinking about schoolwork because I'm so busy there that I don't even think about it.
Wait, somebody else gonna talk? Okay. I'm going to my family's farm to meet the new little piglets that were born last week. So I'm gonna pick one up, and it's gonna be great. I'm pumped.
I
Elena,
also want to spend time outside.
what'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I also want to spend time outside. It's gonna be nice.
I'm gonna go for a hike.
Oh. Jerry and Victoria.
I think I'm gonna take a really long shower after this.
Those are the best. Make sure
Yeah.
you blast your music though.
I'm gonna watch Netflix.
Darian, that's you, bud.
I'm going to spend time with my family and my dogs. Wait, and I want to show you the puppy in her Halloween costume.
That's so cute, Darian.
My sister tortured both of our dogs and put them in costumes. So here's the other one. I don't know if you can see it.
That's so cute.
That's adorable.
The puppy was a cow and the other dog was a pig.
I love that. My self-care for the weekend is I think I'm going out with some friends from work tonight for my friend's birthday on Sunday. And I have to work on Saturday and Sunday, but I don't mind going to work, like Gianna said, because it's a lot less hectic right now than it has been. So it's not like I dread going there anymore. So.
I am also gonna hopefully take a walk, and I really, really want a new laptop. So I'm gonna attempt to budget. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but my aunt's gonna help me tonight. I don't know if that's self-care or not. I want a laptop. I want a MacBook specifically, you guys, because I don't have one. And I can't even tell you how many times it happens where, like, you do it all the time. Like, she'll text me a Zoom link, and I'm like, can you email that to me? Because I don't have a Mac. My aunt did it to me last night.
Sorry.
And I was like, this is why I want a MacBook.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It just happens all, because you guys, like, can text right from your laptop. And I'm like, send it to my email to get all my, I don't know.
Well, that's all we have today. Thank you guys for coming and being so talkative in our.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot too.
Yeah, we
but
did.
Thank
talk
you
a lot,
guys.
But you guys talked a lot too. So thank you so much for participating in our final support group of the semester. Sad tears. See you
Maybe
guys-
we can try to do
Yeah,
something next semester.
yeah.
I
But
mean, we
we'll
can always think about that.
see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.